Hello, everybody. Letting people in just a moment. Hello, hello, hello. Wow, some new names, new faces, known faces. Wow, so beautiful. Let me know where you're coming in from. Just write it down in the chat while we're waiting for just another minute to see if everybody has joined. And also, make sure you have a glass of water ready. You're welcome to turn on your cameras so you can see each other. And yes, just make sure you're in a comfortable space and have a glass of water ready for the activation later. So I guess we'll start. And I can still let people in if they come in. So welcome everybody to New Beginnings. This is an Ocean Light and Whale Magic activation. And it's here to help you align with these frequencies that I'm going to channel through and also get some support so we can all ride these waves of energy much more ease. Sorry, with much more ease and grace. English is not my first language, so sometimes it happens that another word slips in. And it's funny, then I start speaking two languages at the same time. Okay, so 2025 has started for me and for many with a lot of completion, a lot of transformation, and a lot of new beginnings. And these energies seem to mingle a little bit. They seem to be mixed. So 2024 for many has been a very transformational year, a year where we moved through a lot of healing and transformation, and all things just started falling away. And 2025 will still keep, from what I see in the energy, still be a very intense year, a very fast year with fast energy. However, there's these new frequencies that are here, that are available, and they keep coming in. And I found it amazing to align with those. And I want to share a little story so you'll know how this activation came even into being. It was around 2.5 months ago, and I was in quite a turbulent time in my life, not so much because things happened on the outside of my life, but it was within me. I realized that many things were not aligned anymore, that I needed to change many things in my life for me and for my little family, in particular my son. And I didn't see the answers. I knew things had to change, but there was no solution. And I started getting nervous. I started worrying even. And I caught myself, and I knew that can never, it can never, when we worry, we're under stress, we don't see the solutions, we can't have the answers. I knew that. I was teaching stress reduction and burnout prevention for years. And so I tuned into my heart and I asked what would be of highest contribution for me to know right now. And the answer came in very quickly, and it said, go to the beach and receive. And so I went and I sat by the beach. And as I was sitting by the beach, I just opened up to receiving, just tuned into my heart. I didn't expect anything. And suddenly I saw this beautiful, it was cloudy. And then suddenly the sun came out. And on the ocean, I saw this beautiful, beautiful, like a path of light in front of me. And it was all sparkly, and it started bringing through the most amazing downloads and codes and heart opening. And I received messages. And did it give me the answers that I was looking for? No. But what it did, it opened my heart in a way that I hadn't experienced before. And believe me, I've had many heart openings. And it brought me into that space of pure trust and faith and grace. So that inner knowing that things are being orchestrated for us. And we know that, we hear that, we teach that sometimes, but it was this visceral experience in every cell of my being where I just knew that all was well. And so as I was receiving these codes, they were very, very strong. And about a few days later, maybe weeks later, 2-3 weeks later, what came in as I started decoding you know, when we get these downloads, sometimes it takes a bit of time to decode them, meaning to understand what they meant, right? Because it's such a high vibrational frequency. And so it was clear that I was here to share them. And it came in that I had to share 3 activations with these light codes. And I'll talk to you again about, I will share with you more about life codes and what activations mean. But just for now, what happened is that I got this information and I created a course called Becoming New. Those of you who are with me for a bit longer, they know that. I shared about that, this course Becoming New, and it's starting in February. But afterwards, after I had created it with these light code transmissions in it, what came through was I was to share it with more people and just share this because it was literally that guidance that more people need to be in touch with these codes. And so I decided to do this. So it's a bit of a mix, a bit of a masterclass, but a lot of activation also. Now, as I said, I'll talk about activation. Maybe I can say it already now. I am not activating anybody. And that's really important for me that you understand. When people talk about activations, sometimes they say that they activate something in you or in your DNA, or they make you know your gifts or activate your gifts. This is not how I operate, and it's not what I believe, and it's not what I'm receiving. So how it works is actually that you will hear the light language later. And what it does is it provides a frequency template. And you can align. I'm freezing, I can see. I hope my internet is well enough that you can hear me. Can you please just give me a little yes if you can hear me well? And so what's happening is that the frequency that I'm transmitting are just high, pure source frequencies, and your being, your DNA, your energy can start vibrating easier. It's just like when you hear a song, you can sing along, right? As opposed to when you have to come up with a melody yourself. And so it's not something foreign, it's what you have within you. You have everything you need within you. And so activation, how I do it, means I channel that. Your higher being takes whatever is in your highest good, and you can start aligning with that. And yes, what can happen is that gifts be activated, that you remember things, that you see things, feel things, but it's not that I'm doing anything to you. Okay, so yeah, hi Linda, hi Caroline. Oh, beautiful. So what did I want to share now? Okay, a little bit of housekeeping. You're obviously muted. This is being recorded. There's going to be people who are going to be listening just to the recording. So what we'll do is if you have anything that you want to share, or if you ask you to share, please do put it in the chat. And in the end of the call, if you would like to share or you have any questions, we'll do a little Q&A. I will stay for 10-15 minutes longer. And then this will not be recorded, so we will keep privacy for those of you who want to come on camera and, or just share with your voice, whatever you choose. Okay, beautiful. So I'd like to invite you to join me. I love to start my workshops with a little intention setting. And so I'm inviting you to join me. Just drop into your heart space. You can put your hands on your heart. And just let's take 3 deep breaths to come really into presence first. And then I will guide us into a little intention. So taking 3 deep breaths. One is it's always in through your nose. And for now, we'll do out through your mouth. So you can just release everything you don't need right now. And I'll let you do that in your own pace. And then join me in the intention that whatever is being shared in this activation and class and call is on behalf of everybody here, on behalf of each other, and on behalf of the greater whole. And it's all happening as is in our highest good and the highest good of all. And in the most gentle ways that are most gentle for our body and absolutely safe. Thank you and bless you. And as we are tuning into our hearts right now, I would like you to just tune into your own heart and ask what actually drew you here. And what is the intention that you have for this call? What would you like to receive, to be inspired with, to learn, to experience? And just allow it to come up as it comes up from your heart. And whenever you have that, I'm inviting you to share it in the chat, because sharing with each other supports each other. We can hold intention for everybody. We'll do that anyway, whether you, maybe somebody doesn't want to share for whatever reason, so keep it silent. But if you want to, if you're free to share, do so. It helps us also hold the space, hold the presence for your intentions as well. And it's beautiful for others also to see the intentions that are here in the group. It is also new moon today, so it's a beautiful day to set intentions. So we did it just a short one, but if you want, after this activation, I'm inviting you to sit down and maybe write down a few things that you want to intend for this month. Okay. So let me know in the chat what you're intending. And then we will continue with a little energy update, giving you some of what I find helpful to move through these energies with more grace and ease. And then I'll share a few steps with you on how to create these new beginnings easier in your life. And then we'll move into the activation, and I'll share what's happening in my space. What else I can share with you? I want to really calm down so I can feel myself more naturally. Oh, how beautiful. Yes. I feel so much that it feels like anxiety, not fearful anxiety, but wow, the thumping in my body, throat. So I ask for a calm transition for my body to be at peace with feeling so much. Yes, beautiful. It so plays into the energies that I want to share with you. It's so beautiful. Expansion into beauty and wonder. Wow, yes. Courage and full heart to face and integrate some shadows. Beautiful. Yes, yes, yes. I love that. To open more fully and give and receive love, light, and share that which is coming to me from my guides. Beautiful. Yes, I'm waiting for that. I won't say the name. You know who you are. Beautiful. Find and hold highest vibrational tone available to me. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. So, wow. This is beautiful for this activation. It just plays so much into what I have to share. And the energies that I am feeling right now, when I tuned in, I received so much. And those of you who said like, wow, I want to calm down, it's almost feeling like anxiety. And by the way, now I realize I got very nervous at the beginning. And now I know why. Because I'm always tuning into the group, but I wasn't aware of that part. Beautiful. So what I'm seeing, it was so much coming in. And yes, there is a lot going on right now. And I would love to tell you that 2025 is like a completely new beginning in that sense, that everything will be sunny and beautiful. 2025 is still going to be a very intense year. And that's why we are invited into our mastery. We're invited into either applying or learning the tools that will keep us grounded and focused and aligned with the highest frequencies. But because it was so much, I asked specifically, like, what of all these energies am I to share with this particular group that will be in the highest good of all that are here? And the ocean showed me first huge waves, right? It was like so huge waves that it was almost scary, but then the waves just stopped. And what it was showing me is that the waves are not crushing on the land, they're not destroying everything. So and then it showed me that you can actually use it as a toboggan. They would stop and we can use them as a toboggan to go to where we want. So what it the message with it was really to connect with the knowing that we can surf these big waves. We can do it and we can stay calm. And I'll share more. So the next piece that comes in was a very mixed energies. It's like you can imagine a pretty wild sea, but what it showed me was all these strands of energy in it, different energies, very mixed energies. And some people were swimming, some people had little boats. And then it came into a beautiful vision of how people with bigger boats would help those who are swimming, and those with smaller boats would help them too. And then the bigger boats would help the smaller boats. And the message that came with that was that community is going to be immensely important for us. And there was an encouragement to build community. And, it was not just the superficial community, but we have been invited into separation through these years of pandemic and so on. And it's really that call to reach out more physically again, like your family, your friends. It's including also online communities, but also being aware of, the neighbor, opening our hearts to reconnecting again with humans who are living around us or who we can call into our lives, and building a soul tribe, and not excluding those who don't feel like a soul tribe, right? So it's really that community, that oneness, that Christ consciousness that we're moving in, with the inspired action to really create community again. And even if you're very sensitive and highly empathic, yes, take your alone time. Yes, do align with your own energy. Yes, clear your energy field, and also start connecting again. You don't need to go into a huge mall where the energies are crazy and off the charts, but really connecting maybe with one friend at a time, maybe with 3 friends at a time, but connecting again physically. So that was the most important message that I got for this group. And other than that, with all this distraction and all the mix of energy coming in, to really take daily time to clear our energy from love. And why I'm saying from love is that many people think that when we clear energy, we need to push something away, but that's not where we're going. It is literally sending unconditional love and setting boundaries in terms of, I send unconditional love and I'm sending you back to where you belong now. That's the energy behind it. But literally find ways to clear your energy. It's part of what I teach, but maybe give you a small tip is what you can always do, even if you don't know how to energetically clear energy, is move. Movement clears energy. Or swim in an alive body of water if you're somewhere where you can do that, a lake, a river, where it's safe, obviously, the ocean. Or take an Epsom salt bath, or take a shower, right? You can clear energy with that. So there's many ways to clear energy, but just daily making sure you feel back in your own energy, and also focusing and grounding in nature, going out to nature, walking barefoot on the ground if temperature allows, and so on. So that's what came in as an energy update for this group. So let me see if there's anything in the comments, if there are any questions. Okay, anxiety is also, yeah. I have so many tools, so I'm looking forward to your sharing waves. Yeah, waves. And there'll be waves of ocean light, don't worry. Thank you for your presence, everyone. Yes, I agree. I can feel the love flowing on this call. Thank you. Yes, it's beautiful. Thank you. Oh, that's beautiful. Yes, witnessing each other. So I would like to share just one more practice for you, just as a tip of what I've started playing with lately. And what I realized is that when I would tune into frequencies that I would love to experience and intentions, that in the past, what I have been doing is that I have been kind of an overall intention and overall frequencies that were mixed frequencies. So now I started playing with just one particular frequency that I would like to experience. So in the morning, just tuning into my heart, doing my little ritual, and then setting an intention to experience one particular frequency that can be love, that can be gratitude, it can be connection, it can be abundance, anything like that. Just choosing one and then feeling that frequency in my body and setting out the intention for it to fill my day. And then during the day, realign. Am I experiencing it? What do I need to realign? So I'm inviting you to try that. It's a beautiful, beautiful little practice that you can use, a very practical little step to support you. And let me know if you have questions, just put them in the comment. Okay. So are there any questions until here? Is there anything you'd like to share? Because if not, we'll move into the steps of creating during these new beginnings. And I will check the comments if you have any questions. So first, what I'd like to say, I promise you I'll share these steps. What I'd like you to know is these steps are not linear. So they mingle into each other. But in order for us to understand the parts of what it consists of, when we want to step into new beginnings, when we're calling in something new, a new experience, a new way of life, maybe for you it's a new relationship, maybe it is a new career, maybe you're feeling you need more purpose or you want to step up for your gifts. You've been playing small, maybe. Maybe you're realizing that the house you live in is not aligned or you have to leave it and you're looking for a new place to live. Whatever that is for you. When we're calling in these, I would call them big new beginnings. These steps will not be clear as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're multidimensional, so they are moving into each other. However, for us to understand what it is, it helps to take them a little bit apart so we can be more aware of what's happening right now in our life. And so the basic idea of how I work is always there's an activation, and you'll experience one of them today. So to give you a sense of what I mean when I say ocean light activation, some of you know it, some of you it's new. There's a phase of transformation because activations and high frequencies bring up stuff that is not aligned, bring out these shadow aspects that have been shared. And I'm just right now in a deep, deep space of healing and transforming shadow because we cannot bring in that old self into the new reality. We can't, as long as we have the same beliefs, the same thoughts, the same emotions, we're going to create the same reality because we'll take the same actions and we'll see the same things in life. So there's always a phase of transformation or healing, whatever you want to call it. And then the third step is always embodiment. So, how do I bring that into my being so I become that, so I am the new person, and what actions do I take? So that's the embodiment part. And so first step would be intention, obviously, right? If we don't know where we're going, it's hard to get there. However, the way the world is right now, the way we have ascended and awakened and evolved, we don't create best anymore, most of us, by having clear goals like we used to be taught. And these intentions have to be translated into frequency. So we're starting to create from frequency. So an intention needs to come from the heart. So there's heart-led intention because your soul speaks to your heart. For me, it's always important to align what we want as humans with what our higher self or soul or spirit, whatever name you have or however you relate. I know it's not the same, but however you relate, but it's aligned with that. So I'll say higher self for now. So what I really want and what my higher self wants for me, if that's aligned, it's gonna be so far easier and it's gonna be so far more flowing, right? To get there, if that makes any sense. And then it needs to be translated into frequency so you can feel it. Plus, of course, deep down, and that's where many people, and also I have had times in my life where I was just struggling with that. I didn't realize it. If you don't believe you deserve that, it's going to be really hard to get it. So the intention must be something that you either know you deserve, or you can transform that because it's the first shadow coming up. You transform that so you know it's your birthright, you deserve to have that, and you're worthy of having it. Okay, so that's the intention. And then what I find and what I see now also in the group and what was happening for me is finding that space of grace that I talked about, that I found at the ocean when these light codes came in. Because, as I said, in stress, we can't create. So finding the space of grace, finding that space of inner trust and faith and knowing that all is well. And even if you see just one little step ahead, like it's time to go to sleep, that can be just one little step ahead. And tomorrow morning, I'll see what's next and I will get guidance and I know I will do another step. Like that space of grace, if you can find that, that's really helpful. So there's also tools, and it's also part of what I do, but using the tools that you have to find that space of grace. Then the third step is being a frequency match. Now that you know what you want, you know you deserve it, you're in that absolute knowing that all is going to be well, that the universe is going to bring you either that or something far better, and that everything is working out. Now you're aligning with the frequency of what you're calling in and what your soul is calling in. And when you say to be the frequency match is not just consciously in the morning going, okay, I am all love. And then during the day, when you drop out, you have to realign again to that frequency that you wish to experience more of in your life. You're not becoming somebody new, somebody else. You're actually becoming more of who you are, more of the true you, your true essence, your soul, that who you truly are. And that's becoming the frequency match. And then, of course, there will be the next step, or actually the next layer is transformation, right? As I said, the shadows are coming up. So if you, for instance, call in more abundance, more money, and it's just an example that I find really easy to explain with. And then you get to the point where you know you deserve that and you really want it and you align with your soul. And then you find a space of grace, you're okay, and you start becoming the frequency match. It's okay. You feel yourself rich. You feel yourself with lots of money. You feel yourself with going to the holiday that you always wished, or you feel yourself on that sailboat that you wanted to go on a trip with, or whatever that is for you. In that moment, your beliefs will come up. Everything, all the shadow that you're holding, all these frequencies that you're activating will show you also what we'll do. It will show you, oh, okay, here you're holding a belief, like maybe you are feeling uneasy. If you were to really go to that beautiful hotel on that expensive holiday, in my example, right? It doesn't need to be that for you, can be anything. But you might feel uneasy when you talk to your friends about it. You might feel like, oh my gosh, they don't have, how can I be in a rich space, in a very wealthy space? How will my family react? Here's the shadow. And now it's about transforming that so that you can, otherwise you're going to sabotage yourself, right? Or if you believe that people who have money are evil, you're going to sabotage yourself. And those beliefs are often not conscious, but as we align with higher frequencies, they start becoming more conscious if we're in an aware space. And then, of course, as we have transformed, we're aligning, we're becoming a frequency match. It's also about taking inspired action. So that's the last step, is always taking action. And for me, in my experience, taking action is maybe 20%, maybe 30% sometimes, but most part is the inner work. And the action is definitely important because, you know, I remember that joke, and it's again about money, funny enough, But there was this man whose friends all got rich and they're good and good situated, and he's the only one who cannot pay off his debts. And he gets really angry and I don't know what. And then in the end, he decides to talk to the one that is responsible for his misery. And so he talks directly to God and he goes like, God, that's not fair. How come I'm the only one who's never getting the money? I can't pay my debt. Why can't I win the lottery for once in a lifetime? And then he suddenly hears a voice and God says, please do me a favor, fill out that lottery ticket. And so that's the inspired action, right? It's really taking inspired action so that we can, if we don't fill the lottery ticket, we'll never win the lottery. Okay, so these are important steps. And actually, what I realized in this whole thing is that in the past, we were creating a lot from these intentions, like, for instance, money. The frequency that you want is not really just money. There's something behind it. And we're learning to create from the frequency that our soul is bringing in. And money is the part of, in this example, of the frequency that the person wants. Maybe for them it's freedom, right? Maybe it's something else. But aligning with that frequency and then allowing the universe. And I find the biggest art is keeping your intentions in the field and yet allowing for the universe to bring you maybe something that looks completely different, but it will give you that which you truly want to experience, that frequency, that feeling, that energy that you're actually looking for. And letting go of the outcome has been one of the biggest challenges also for me, because in the past, I find it was easier to create not exactly, but more of what we really wanted. So for instance, I have left my apartment with my child. I've traveled the world. I've swam with whales. I organized a whale retreat. I went to live by the sea, and I could really, this is what I wanted. And it came in slightly different, but it was still how I imagined it. And now what's shifting is that we're really more and more aligning with these higher frequencies and the frequencies of what we truly want, and allowing our soul, our higher self, God, to lead the way and to provide us with what's in our highest good. And having that trust and that faith in that space of grace, as I call it. I hope that makes sense. Okay. Yes. So beautiful. Good. How are you feeling? Does anybody need a bathroom break? Just so I know to plan it before we go in. So I would share maybe 2-3 more minutes, something, and then we'll go slowly into the activation. If you need a bathroom break, please put it in the comments so I know that. And if not, I will just continue. Okay, so what I'd love to share with you is what's coming up in my space before we go into the activation. Because when I talk about the activation, I'd love to go straight inside. I'd like to leave enough space for you to really receive it. And then when you come out of it, I don't want to share too many information anymore. I want to get into the Q&A later. But so that's why I would like to, so you can really integrate the activation. So one thing that's coming up is a summit. I will be speaking on the Remarkable Healer Summit. And this is a summit of healers who all have their own modality. And that's the main idea of the summit, to support those who want to step into their gifts and they're realizing they're doing something different from what maybe they learned Reiki, but they're doing it in a different way. And maybe they don't feel yet, how can I do this? Can I do this? Or if you've received something completely new, like for me, when the Ocean Light codes came through, the Ocean Light language, till to this day, I don't know anybody who says they speak Ocean Light language. And so for me, it was completely new and I had to find my way through that. So it's a summit where you'll hear other healers, and I will send out an email with a recording of this transmission, and then you will be able to sign up if you're interested, so you'll have the link. The other thing is, I talked about these steps that we're going through when we're creating the new, when we're in these new beginnings. And I also told you I created Becoming New, which is right about that, completely about that. And what we'll do is we'll have 5 live calls. You have 28 days of creating a light container, light filled container for you to be supported. So imagine like being in a healing temple for a whole month. And then 5 live calls where we include more transmissions. We'll go through tools. You get weekly tools, and you get also teaching on how to move on with these steps that I shared right now. So also, if you're interested, I'll share more. In the end, I'll put a little link inside, and also you'll get that in the email. And I think that's it for now. The whale retreat is in October to swim with humpback whales. If somebody's interested, reach out to me via email. You're all on my list, so you will receive the email and you can just reply to that. So it's not a problem. Okay, and if you have any questions about any of this, you can also ask that in the Q&A in the end. Okay, so I don't see a bathroom break request. Okay, no, let me check. No, good. Okay, so before we go into the heart activation, what do you need to know? For those of you who've never, sorry, the ocean light activation and whale magic activation. For those of you who have never heard light language is a transmission of sound, frequency, light, and information. So as I shared, there are pure source frequencies. I tune into these frequencies and I'm channeling them, so they come through me. And the way I tune in is through the ocean. The ocean to me is galactic. The ocean to me is actually, you can imagine like the heart of our planet. So if we say that our heart is the pathway, the portal, the doorway to our multidimensional expression, so is the ocean. And to source, for me, I can also tune in to source straight from the ocean. There are different beings that will come through. Don't worry, you will hear maybe differences in how I bring that through. It can come through as words, sound like gibberish. Don't worry, there's nothing to understand with your mind, and or sound, and or silence. So you don't need to do anything but just tune into your heart and allow. Just literally tune into your heart and make the intention to receive what's in your highest good. That's always my intention. And allow your higher self to guide the rest of the journey. Notice whatever you notice. There is no difference whether you notice a lot or nothing. It will have the same effect, you could say, right? So there is no judgment about that. Let me see if there's anything else I wanted to share. I wrote that down. Yeah, if you're called to move or to speak sounds, to make sounds or anything, feel free and do that, right? Don't hold back. You're muted, just keep muted, then it's all well. Okay. Also, if you have anything that you'd like for this activation, if you have an intention for this activation right now that you'd like to add, you can just silently add that in. Maybe you feel something in your body, whatever that is, just make that intention and then let go of it and allow for whatever is right for you to happen. I will just take a sip of water. And if you don't have any questions, then we'll go ahead into the activation. Okay. Good. So I'm inviting you to make yourself comfortable, find a comfortable position. You can be sitting or lying down, it's all well. Just make the intention that you come back if you fall asleep by the end of the activation. And I'm inviting you to put your hands on your heart because it's easier to drop into your heart. I will keep the camera on and just close my eyes, and you can do the same. And then just take a few breaths relaxed into your belly, getting really present in your body. Following your breath as you're breathing in and as you're breathing out. And then imagine breathing in and out through your heart space. So as if you were breathing in through the energetic center in your heart, in the middle of your chest, and out through your energy center of your heart. And getting aware that your heart is actually a portal to your higher self, a portal to all of who you are. And just aligning and connecting with that heart light of yours. That light, imagine that doorway in your sacred heart, or a portal, or just a bright light, and allow that light to expand, just having the intention to connect with your love light intelligence of your true essence, and allowing that to expand. The love light intelligence of source, allowing that to expand in all directions simultaneously. And just the intention is enough. And then imagining from that space, you could just look down through your body, through your feet, and all the way down, through all the layers of the earth, and dropping into the core, the energetic core, the sacred heart of Mother Earth. Connecting with that space, grounding, anchoring in, and allowing that light to come back in to your through all the layers of the earth, into your feet, all the way through into your heart. Feeling that connection to her crystalline grid, to your own crystalline grid, and to the light of all that is. You can also imagine a beautiful, beautiful stream of beautiful golden light throughout all of your body from heaven to earth, keeping your attention and your awareness in your heart. Kuturi anako shukututuara nako ko e ako se ako tutua. I shukututu kata erna kato shukutaitea koko. Chu kata taina na koko erna kato. Yes, allowing your heart to open more. It's okay. Also to the back of your body. Yes, exactly. Opening up. Siako shukatera na koko rana kotu iskututu arana koke. Chu kata taia koko rana katatea koko. Sivu katea koko erna katitia. And we're lovingly inviting in all the beings of the highest light that are here for our highest good, the benevolent beings that are here for all of us, the ocean light and her beings, the sacred whales and the dolphins, and all the other beings of light, the ancient council of light, the galactic beings, the ascended masters, the angelic beings, all of your guides, your spirit guides, the light of our ancestors, the plant kingdom, the animal kingdom, Mother Earth, and pure source, all that is asking for our highest divine essence to embody now. Yara na 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 ne yara kakaka ya kekeke saware ya kaka suare ya kaka suare ne ne na kuku anana e sana na 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 ya kaka sana na 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 yara kaka Saranananaye, 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 okoye kare, surareye, 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 shunono kokoe, sunono koko. Breathe, breathe, beautiful beings. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathing in slowly and breathing out. You are safe. You are all taken care of. Fear not. What if you could turn this feeling into gratitude that you are alive in this moment of your life? To realize that you have everything you need just here, right now. We understand there is a lot going on for you right now. Allow it to flow away. Allow it to be washed away from the waves of ocean light. Just imagine a beautiful wave of ocean light moving through your whole being, washing out everything that is not aligned with your highest expression right here, right now, letting it go. Shuranaya rana kototo arana. Hiya kototoria kokorana shukototoriana. Uarana kototo shuakatatariana. Ushakoto urana kotutua. Open in your solar plexus, dear ones. Open it up, allowing it to wash through. Yes, just intend, imagine, or know or feel, or just imagine that there is a beautiful doorway in your solar plexus and you can just open it up. Open up the floodgates. Yes, let it go. You do not need to carry everything. You can let go. It is easy, dear ones. It is so easy. Just let it be. Letting go is letting be. Letting go is just accepting that it is there. Do not try to let go by fighting it. Try to let go. Don't try to let go by fighting it. Just let it be. Tune into your heart. Tune into the love that you are. Tune into the love light intelligence that flows through every cell in your being and every moment that is keeping you alive, that is keeping you connected, that is keeping you in connection with your higher self, that is keeping you aligned with the frequencies of pure love, pure light, pure abundance, your birthright, pure freedom, all of who you truly are. And as you are connecting to that space from that unconditional, infinite love of pure source that you can at any time tune into through compassion in your heart, meet anything that is here with compassion. Shuakatea kokoana, shuakatea. Yes, we know that you know, and you sometimes forget, so we are here to remind you. Tune into compassion, sukura nakatea ranakokoa, and watch whatever is there in your field, whether it is your anxiety, whether it is fear, whether it is nervousness, whether it is chaos. Just watch it from that space of pure compassion, knowing that everything is of God, knowing that everything is of source, and knowing that you have the power to tune into your heart, that you have the power to tune into your truth, that you have the power through your heart to tune into your power. And your power is love, your power is compassion, your power is that from that space of compassion and love, you can tune in and decide upon the highest path forward. You can see the highest perspective only then. And you can feel guided. Shuakate. And then see when you watch from compassion how everything else is melting away. And if you right now feel a little bit stuck in your solar plexus, or you feel some resistance or some fear or some nervousness coming up, From your heart, send love to your solar plexus. I see you. I love you exactly the way you are right now. Shukuranata, and feel what's happening, Siaranna, as we're allowing for more frequency to come in. Shu akate yanane ahor anane akate ahor anane ahor sanane akoke sayane koke ya he sanane yo ekoke ya ekoke yo he shuare yo sono no yo e Suane yo sono no yo e Suane yo sono no e. Yes, just like the waves coming in and out on a beautiful beach. That's how life flows. A little bit higher water, a little bit lower water. Suakatea koko. And as you're sitting on this beautiful beach and watching out to the ocean, see the reflection of the light on the surface of this ocean. And see how it is sparkling with multidimensional colors that you haven't seen yet before. Golden, rainbow, iridescent blue, whatever that shows like for you. Just allow these codes to inform you with this peace, with this love, with this compassion, and with the flow that you are in truth. Chua katea rana kuku ushaktea kukua irana kututua nana. Shukatara na kukura na erna kutushkuti, erna kutushkuti, erna kutushkuti, erna kuku arana kutea kuku. And taking a deep breath in through your heart space and releasing. And feeling into your body what that feels like right now. Even if you're still sitting on that beach and watching the reflection of light that is opening a portal to your higher expression, to your peace, to your knowing, to your gifts, to your love. What does that feel like in your body right now? You might feel warmth or cold or tingling or nothing, and all is just as valuable. And connecting with that high vibration that is within you already, that is all of who you are already. And feeling that in your body, allowing every cell in your body to vibrate with these frequencies of pure love, light, intelligence, not needing to understand anything, just allowing it to be, it to work for you. Ooh. Ooh. Allowing all of that to ground in your body, feeling your body, every cell of your body, feeling your feet, your shins, your knees, your calves, your upper legs, feeling your hips, allowing it to vibrate with these lighter frequencies, your lower abdomen, your lower back, your upper back, your chest, your belly. Allowing it to spread into your arms and your hands, your throat, your neck, your face, your skull, all of who you are, into every atom of your being, the beautiful microbiome, the beautiful mitochondria, all those beautiful little beings that are part of your body, supporting your life every single day, expressing gratitude. Gratitude to the beings of light, to the ocean light, to the whales, to these beautiful messages. And also expressing gratitude to your microbiome, your mitochondria, all the little beings in your body, keeping you alive, to every organ in your being, doing its job miraculously without you having to think about it. Your heart, your sacred heart, and your beautiful heart organ beating 100,000 times every single day for you, keeping you alive in this physical reality, allowing you to experience nature, awe, beauty, love, emotions, everything. And taking another deep breath in through your heart. And releasing. Breathing in love. And breathing out love. And from the bottom of your heart, spreading that love out onto the planet. If you're sitting on the beach, out onto the oceans, that will carry it everywhere with the cycle of the waters. Evaporating, raining, bringing it to every plant, every animal, every human being. And energetically, just seeing it spread around the whole earth, lighting one soul up at a time. Wishing love for everyone. Seeing our planet in peace, in joy, in harmony with each other, with the earth, holding the vision for new earth. Thank you. And then fully moving your awareness back into your heart and into your body. Saying thank you to the ocean and the beach, coming back into your heart with your awareness, into your body, feeling the chair or whatever you're sitting or lying on underneath you, the support underneath your body, with your eyes closed still, orienting yourself in the room. And maybe moving your body a little bit so that you can truly come back here. Maybe you need a little stretch, a deep breath. Maybe you want to hug yourself, give yourself some love. Thank you, everyone. And whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes and come back here. Guess I look like an owl. That's okay. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed. And I'm inviting you to share how you're feeling whenever you're ready. I know we take a little bit of time to come back, so take a sip of water. That's why I invited you to have a glass of water ready. It's really important to drink so your body can be enough hydrated for processing all of this. These transmissions are very powerful and your body needs to integrate. So give me a moment to drink. Yes, I just needed that. Beautiful. Wow. So take a moment if you want and share in the chat how you're feeling, how you're doing, what happened for you, whatever you wish to share. It can be short, a few words, it can be long, whatever you feel like. And I will share with you what I've experienced, and then I'll share with you what's important to know after this activation, except for drinking water. And then we'll go into the Q&A later. So it was really interesting. I was very I thought this before I tuned into this activation, before I came on, I've been led to beautiful meditation, and I thought they're probably going to bring through that same meditation, but the guidance was very strong, and what came in very strong is that clearing out the body and allowing to open up in compassion, and these messages, the whales are very strong at bringing through compassion energy, pure love energy, and opening our hearts. And in this case, it was that guidance of opening our hearts to ourselves first. And I think what we are, many of you who are here, I know, are givers, healers, therapists, practitioners, whatever you are, like spiritual light workers, and here for the greater whole. And it was really that call to come back and to remember to nourish ourselves. And we really are needed in our full energy, in our full power, and give yourself that compassion and that love. And I know what it's like. It's like we're so also embodying what we're teaching. And then when something comes up, we want to, move through that shadow so we can serve better. But then it was this message of, hey, allow it to be first, acknowledge it to be, have compassion, and it can really start moving on. And I felt like a lot of anxiety was like released in this transmission. So yeah, it was really, really beautiful, really beautiful. I loved it. So yeah, let me know how you experienced it. For me, I'm still buzzing a little bit. And my energy has shifted, and it's as if, sometimes when I do these transmissions, the dolphins come in really strongly to bring in joy, these joy frequencies. And it was quite clear that what we needed to do now was more that heart opening and releasing all that anxiety so that we can open up to more joy. And now I feel more joyful, even though the activation was not specifically with dolphins bringing in joy, but through releasing that, we're even open to receive joy, because we're not, when we're in stress and anxiety, we can't really receive, we can't open up. So this is really beautiful. Yes. Wow. Beautiful. So let me see. Thank you. A release with welling up of tears, especially when you said open your sacral chakra. Yes. And the tears flowed as I looked inside with compassion. Thank you. Yes. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Yes, the compassion, exactly. And we're holding a lot in our sacrals, and it's being cleared, and it's a big theme right now for the collective, and for us women in particular, to clear out that shadow that's been laid over us and to step fully into our power. And what else do we have? Thank you. This was so expansive and such a beautiful flow of love. I have tears of joy. Oh, beautiful. There was a huge humpback whale doing flips in the water. Whoa, I love that. Yes, they were definitely present. I could really feel what you said, feeling myself inside of myself. Yes, and be grateful for that. Yeah, we so often forget, don't we? And it's always beautiful to get these reminders. Yeah, beautiful. Thank you. So, what's important after this activation is keep drinking water, keep hydrating, number one. Number two, listen to your body. You might feel more tired over the next hours or even days sometimes, because these activation continue working over the next days and weeks and months. They're decoding in the speed that's in your highest and best good, and that's perfect for you. It's not a race. And listen to your body. You might also feel energized and you want to move. You might feel that you need certain foods different from before. So just listen to whatever your body is telling you, tune in. And what also can happen is that it can bring up old stuff that wants to be seen, loved, and released. So remember the compassion part and to acknowledging it as part of the releasing. And if you do need help, do get help. Sometimes, I'm just right now, yesterday I had a healing session with a fellow healer because there was something that I needed to release. And that even though I have so many healing modalities that I do, we have our blind spots. And also it's part of self-love to allow ourselves to receive from others that we trust, that we feel resonating with. Exactly. So just know that it's okay if it brings it up. Be grateful and go, thank you for bringing that up, because you can release it and you can align with the new. And also you'll have the replay, so you can tune into these frequencies again. You can listen to the activation again. Do it as you feel called to. I often get the question like, how quickly can I re-listen? Again, listen to your higher guidance. Tune into your heart and just listen and be honest with yourself. You'll be guided when it's time to re-listen again. And you can also just, connect with it by going, okay, I'm connecting with that. Your body knows these frequencies now. So just reconnect when you need it. Okay. So I will send out an email where you'll have the recording and you'll have the links that I mentioned to Becoming New, the course, and the other things. And we will right now head into the Q&A. Just a moment. I'll just put a link in the chat, but I have somebody specific here. I need everyone. Exactly. So if you want to look at the course, I'll put the link now for those who are curious, and the rest of you, you'll get it in the email. If you're watching this video somewhere else, check the description below. Okay, so we'll move into Q&A, get off the recording. So for everybody who's here on the replay, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate your energy, and keep shining your light, and I'm wishing you beautiful new beginnings. Thank you, and bye-bye.